Welcome back to the channel. So some time ago I brought Mille Fiori here to the channel, the base game. So I fortunately was able to acquire his expansion, the Masterpieces. So today I'm going to bring it and show you what is inside. So the Masterpieces require the base game, it's not standalone, and let's just look at what it says here. The small council comprised of influential citizens forms during the golden age of Laguna. It advises the Doge, which is the mayor of the city, I think, and increasingly influences the city political future as the city becomes a hub for international trade. The closely guarded secret of glass production nears perfection, and masterpieces crafted in the Laguna soon become sought after all around the globe. Okay, so this game will add a new board that is put next to the base game board, some cards, a new track for it to go up, and I'm going to tell you how all of this works. So let's see what is inside. The box sounds like it's very empty. So my guess is that this box is going to be thrown away. And I hope that I can fit everything on the base game box, which I don't remember exactly if there was an insert or not. Hopefully not, because that will facilitate to put everything inside. Cool. So you see, it's like half empty, half empty. And also to help the party, you have this edition comes in 4 languages. So you have 4 manuals, 4 different manuals. I'm just gonna grab the English one for now, which is just a 4-page manual. Simple. Okay. This is how it goes. It describes the new Dogaressa cards, the new trade routes, the Doge cards, and the steps of the small council and the masterpieces. So 5 new additions, which I'm going to show you. Okay, so there's only one board to punch out, which is this one that has the new council kind of cards that you will climb. One thing that is really a good idea is the game brings now these tokens which will mark how you pass the points, because my experience with the base game is that you score a lot of points, and there was no way for you to know if you've crossed 100, 200. So I use like I use the meeple like sideways, etc. But now you can really mark that with these tokens. So that's a great addition indeed. Very simple and great. So you have a new meeple for every player in order to go up on these tracks, and these tracks go here, which I'm going to show you. You see, very empty. The box is indeed very empty. Okay, so this goes left of the base game board, and one change that you can see is that here the ship path continues beyond what existed previously. Okay, so if you can continue traveling your ship and get new prices and points along the way until you get there. So once you get your ship here to the end of the trip, you can also, if you're the first, you get the 20 points, the usual 20 points, and then 15, 10, and 5. So it's a new track that continues with options for scoring. So I'm just going to move up a little bit in order to show you the bottom of the board, because now you have this new board, which is called the console, okay, where you randomly, in the beginning of the game, you randomly distribute the tiles. Like that. Here. And these new meeples, they exist here in order to, they need to be used here. So every player starts here in the beginning, right? Like this. So every time, well, maybe it's here because there's already something there. And so every time you use a card, either a blue card, green card, yellow card, or purple card, and you can use twice the blue ones and the green ones, you will go up one available space here. Okay, like you go there. So the next player that uses a blue card, he needs to go to the stage above, and same thing. Until you go all the way in, and then there is every time you stop on one of these houses, there is a bonus, right, that you get, which could be more new cards, points. You can navigate the ship. Yeah, you can see all the things there. And then if you end up being the first to get luck in the end, you also get the 20 points there on the right side, and you have first, second, 15, etc., etc., etc. So it's another way for you to score or strategically know where you should go in order to get the bonuses, because you won't be able to get the certain bonus if another player is already there. So you need to plan a little bit carefully in order to land wisely. Then I'm going to open the cards, the new cards. Okay, so these are the three types of cards that come in. You have cards with the same back as before to be mixed with the base game cards. Then you have, oh, yeah, you have the, they just fell. You have the masterpiece cards that represent the new kind of items that you have. And then you have the wife of the Doge cards, which are these ones. So I'll start showing you the normal cards, because you will find the masterpieces inside, okay, which I'll just add here to explain, and you will find the Doge cards, the Doge cards. So these cards, first of all, remember that on the base game there was a first player token, a card that shows you whoever is the first player, and then it rotates clockwise every turn. Now the card doesn't rotate. The card changes when a player plays one of these cards. So it just gets the first player until someone steals. The card is worth the points here, and it makes you move one step or two steps up this track. Okay, so and you gain the points that you see here. So it's a point, direct points, the benefit from there, racing towards the end. Okay, so there are only three ways for you to go up here, which is using normal cards, Doge cards, points from here, or the Doge's wife. So the Doge's wife is different, okay? The Doge's wife cards are available here in certain steps. You can see, let me show you. You can see there, you can get one, okay? And not sure, no, around here there's not. So you can only get some of them along the way. And so you take one of the cards, there is available on the deck there on the side. So then, these cards are not used immediately. You need to wait for the perfect timing for you to wait to use the card, because in order for you to use one of these cards, you need to not use the normal card that you draft. You put that card on the side, you discard it, and then you can use one of the pending Dogaressa cards that you may have. So these will give you points and move up on the council as well, or you'll move up to 3 if you want, okay? Or you can get straight away 15 points, not bad. Or you can have like a bonus card, or you can have a masterpiece cards, which will also be available here to be picked. Or you can navigate 1 to 7 steps on the boat, okay? So these will be like chirurgical moves that you will be able to do throughout the game. And then the last ones. So the last ones would be the masterpieces, which gives a name to this expansion. So the masterpieces are cards that have points. They also have shapes and colors. Okay, so you can see there is the green color, red color, and blue color. And then there is the jar, the glass color, and the glass horse. So they have the points that you get when you get the card, but when you get the card, this stays in front of you until the end of the game. So let me show you how it works. So throughout the game, you'll be collecting masterpieces, and you can have a grid of 3 by 3 in the end of the game. So you will score rows and then columns. So if you have on a same row, on a row, on a column, if you have the same color, like here, the 3 are blue, you would get 10 extra points. Then here, because the 3 are red, it's also 10 points. Here you have not only 3 that are green, but also the 3 that are vases or jars. So this will be 20 points instead of the 10 points. Then vertically, you also have a column here that has 3 vases or jars. And so that's also 10 points. That's how you score The Masterpieces. Okay, so yeah, that it is. So Mille Fiori, the expansion, it's kind of simple, a kind of simple expansion, but that will take the game to even having more strategy across the several options. You can now also go for the masterpieces. You can also go for moving the ship even further. You can also move up the council. So I guess the base game was everyone followed the same kind of tactic, which was doing a little bit of everything, at least for you to get the 20 points from being first. And then if you do a little bit of everything, you get lots of points. But here now, it seems like you will have more options than the ones that you are capable of achieving higher points. So you definitely would need to spread and choose some of them to be like, you want to follow this strategy. So I'll try, who knows. And I hope you've enjoyed also this video to the point that you consider hitting that like button and consider subscribing. I have a full playlist dedicated to board games where I'm showing you inside many of the games out there in the market, as well as for the major card games. And I have a podcast called The Table Talks, where I'm interviewing people to get to know their profiles, their stories, their projects while playing board games with them online. So I definitely think that you'll find interesting content in the channel to consider subscribing and to be part of this community. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the next one. Goodbye.